over the course of many years that this administration has been in power, mukhang wala talaga tayong maliwanag na masasabi natin na legacy or flagship project itong administration ni President Bongbong Marcos. No? Yung masasabi niya na pagbaba niya ng kanyang termino, masasabi niya na ito talaga yung aking legasiya, ito yung iiwan ko. No? So aside from the rhetorics, maraming empty promises, maraming hindi natupad. At kung titignan natin itong kanyang spokesperson sa Malacanang, mukhang instead of narrating or telling the public kung ano-ano na ba yung mga nagawa ng administration, mukhang ang araw-araw na lamang na bukang bibig niya yung mga Duterte.
Sa huling Lunes or sa ika-4 na Lunes sa next month, July, ay ang State of the Nation address na po ni Marcos Jr. Para sa kaalaman ng lahat, ano po ba yung mga nilalaman ng SONA ng isang Pangulo po?
Well, ang State of the Nation address is a constitutional duty that is being meted out to a sitting president, to actually give a report to the public of the accomplishments that were made during the previous year or during the past years of his administrations, and yung tinatawag nating way forward. What are the plans in the pipeline? What are the things that have already been that are being implemented at the moment? And yung kumbaga magbigay ng clear path yung doon sa trajectory kung saan gusto niyang dalhin yung ating bayan. That's why it's called the State of the Nation address, because we wanted to know what is really the true state of the nation. And this is a report that is being given to us by the President. Ang medyo nakakabahala lang dito is, number one, ano ba yung ilalamanin ng kanyang ulat? Ano ba yung mga accomplishments kung meron man? Itong administration na to, because the way I see it, there appears to be, sabi ko nga and I think I said this in many interviews, over the course of many years that this administration has been in power, mukhang wala talaga tayong maliwanag na masasabi natin na legacy or flagship project itong administration ni President Bongbong Marcos. Yung masasabi niya na pagbaba niya ng kanyang termino, masasabi niya na ito talaga yung aking legasiya, ito yung iiwan ko. So aside from the rhetorics, maraming empty promises, maraming hindi natupad. At kung titignan natin itong kanyang spokesperson sa Malacanang, mukhang instead of narrating or telling the public kung ano-ano na ba yung mga nagawa ng administration, mukhang ang araw-araw na lamang na bukang bibig niya yung mga Dutertes, at kung papaano niya ini-neutralize or papaano niya talaga kumbaga parang sisiraan yung mga Duterte, which I think does not really resonate to the true state of the nation, because the true state of the nation is something that is close to the socio-economic realities that we're feeling and that we're experiencing on a daily basis. And hindi yung puro politika, hindi yung puro papunta doon sa doon sa mga aspetong politikal. Ang kinakailangan na inilalatag at inire-report sa ating mga mamamayan, ano-ano na ba talaga ang mga programa na nagagawa ng administration para pagaangin, para mas maging matugunan ang mga suliranin na inaharap natin sa araw-araw. That is really what a true state of the nation should have, and veer away from the too many political things that we are having at the moment.
Opo, at sa pinakaunang SONA nga ni Marcos Jr. ay kabilang sa kanyang mga ipinangako ay itong Build Better More. Kasi nga po, during Duterte administration, build. At ito yung isa sa mga nagpakilala ng husto, hindi lang kay Marcos or kay Duterte, kundi maging sa kanyang mga gabinete na involved dito sa Bill, mapa-DOTR man yan, DPWH at iba pang mga ahensya na merong pagtatayo na maraming mga infrastruktura. Pero sa ngayon po ba, nagkaroon po ba tayo ng Build Better, More, Prof?
Sad to say, no? Sad to say, hindi ko siya nakita or hindi ko siya naramdaman in the same manner that it became very prominent during the time of President Duterte. And to think nagkaroon pa tayo ng pandemya noon, ano. So ngayon wala naman, pero mukhang hindi siya masyadong nararamdaman. And I think one of the reasons I'm seeing here is something that is political. Let's face it, at the onset of the Marcos administration, na okay pa sila ng mga Dutertes, particularly ni Pipi Sara at ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Inisip niya to, no, ituloy ito no. Although alam naman natin na ito ay legacy imprint na ng dating Pangulo. Pero pinilit niya or inisip niya na ituloy kasi maayos pa sila noon, ano. Pero ngayon yung kanilang relationship is already, turned south. I think isa sa dahilan kung bakit hindi na natin masyado nakikita or naririnig kung meron man talaga, no. It's primarily because of that. And siguro parang iniisip niya na palitan na lang, ano, yung pangalan para mawala yung build kasi the build idea is still associated with the former president, and that's what I'm seeing right now. Plus siguro kinakailangan talaga na mailatag niya, ito nga yung sinasabi ko, no, kung sana itong ating PCO, particularly itong si Yusek Claire Castro, will just be focused mainly on identifying and clearly giving us a narrative as to what are really the accomplishments being made by the administration. Siguro mas magiging mas magiging kasiyasiya yung reception natin, particularly every time she faces the press. Pero ang nangyari kasi is she keeps on barking on the same thing, and she keeps on telling us about the Duterte, about Sara Duterte. I think hindi ito yung ating gustong malaman at this point in time, no? Pangalawa, marami kasing maraming mga proyekto itong si President Marcos na hindi na nagkaroon ng follow-through, no? Unang-una, maalala natin yung first years niya in power. Nagkaroon siya ng maraming foreign travels, no? Foreign trips, no? Ang dami nun, ano? Pero wala na tayong nabalitaan na ano ba ang nag-translate into actual investments, alin ba rito yung pledges lang, na natili na pledges, and like that, no? Walang follow-through, no? So kulang, no? Kulang yung aspeto na yon. Pangalawa, itong Maharlika Investment Fund, no? Ano na bang nangyari doon sa bilyon-bilyon na pondo na inilatag natin or inilagak natin dito sa proyekto na to, no? Hindi rin tayo nabibigyan ng update regarding this, no? Pangatlo, yung problema natin ngayon na kinakaharap natin. Actually, nagbigay ng pahayag ang Pangulo, no, regarding yung sa minimal effect, no, ng nangyayaring sigalot sa Middle East, no, sa atin. Hindi ko maubos maisip kung paano niya nasabi na minimal effect lang, no? When in fact we have a lot of OFWs in the Middle East and we are heavily dependent on crude oil coming from the Middle East, no? So hindi ko naintindihan kung paano niya nasasabi itong mga bagay-bagay. So ito yung mga ito yung mga realities kasi, no? We're just trying to lay down, the real issues here. And sana if this administration really is focused and dead set on trying to make the lives of every Filipino better, I think we need to really focus less on politics and deal more with governance. Kasi 2028 is still far, no? Lagi kong sinasabi, mayroon pang sapat na panahon for the president to redeem himself, to come up with a better legacy or a better imprint sa ating mga mamamayan. Pero kung patuloy na politika ang kanilang pagtutuunan ng pansin, mahihirapan mabago yung perception ng ating taong bayan regarding the conduct of affairs of this current administration.